Right, all right. So again, it's your boy, Mr. Check My Resume. We're about to get into the 0-day class. We're looking for contracts for monthly expiration of Friday, May the 19th. So tonight's class, we'll be focusing on finding opportunities that we are looking at for 0-day entries on potential stocks or ETFs or what have you for tomorrow. So, here in the Alphapack, we we believe we have a process that we utilize here to take advantage of these 0 days type of trades, and really, short-term trading as a whole in terms of the day trading. Even though the group, we really focus on the swing trading and learning and developing the skill set and the mastery to continually and repeatedly be a consistent and profitable trader. However, there's nothing wrong with having a full skill set. And so we do teach, through this class how to go about a process of identifying opportunities on these smaller time frames and how to utilize it to your advantage. So we're not against day trading, but we think that there should be some intentionality when we do it. So with that, we're going to get into the process. What I typically like to do here, for those of you that are new to the class or to the group or what have you, don't feel obligated to take any of these trades that we're looking at or anything of that nature. We have people in here that just come for the education. Like they literally are just here. They don't, trade on the daily or, 0-day type of deal. So it's an opportunity to learn something new. If you're not familiar with this style or how we go about our process and looking at it, and we got consistent results, from a number of members over the years that we've been doing this process. So we feel confident in how we're doing it. And obviously we're looking at continually looking to refine it. But, I think in terms of consistency over the life of almost 3 years now, this has been a very consistent thing with us. So with this process, typically I'm looking for setups on time frames like the 4-hour and the day for these 0-day calls. I'm not looking for scalps per se, although there can be opportunities where price is really volatile. But I'm looking at trades that I can take for maybe a couple hours and things of that nature. But before I get into any of that stuff, we're really looking at this from like a conceptual thought. So those of you that come to the Strat 101 know what I'm getting at in terms of continuation method versus the reversal method. So what we're looking for today are continuation type of plays, which means we're looking for trades where price has been moving in said direction over a period of time, which gives us the indication that the price is moving like in a trending in one direction or the other. And so the idea here is to find opportunities, setups on these smaller time frames that we can take in trades that have continuity to one direction or the other, depending on what side we're looking for. And so we're looking for those opportunities, those actionable signals to give us entry points to take into trades that are trending in a direction, and that we're just finding an opportunity to get in something that's already been moving. And so where that is different from when we're looking at reversal setups on the larger time frames, we're looking for trend changes. We're looking for macro reversal setups on these higher time frames. We're looking for reversals off macro broadening formations, those types of things. Whereas here, we're looking for continuation, things that are already running, that we have more confidence that it's going to continue running. So that's the difference in thought process. So then there's a difference in what we need to identify as good potential, meaning I like things to break it down even further. I like to see stuff for 0 days, stocks that have been trending, let's say, for the last 30 days, they've been green, or it's been trending up for the 20 out of 30 days, or, something along those lines versus something that's been down for the last 20 days or been down for 22 of the 30 days in the month. And then today or yesterday was one of those days where it started to show strength or something along those lines. So I don't like to take these 0 days for these one-off, deal. So I like to have something that's giving me more confidence that price is going to continue. So that's kind of like a theoretical thought process that I go through with finding these lower time frame trades, like these 0 days. So anyway, now that that's out the way, now what we're going to do, typically what I do here is I get into, just to kind of condense time, I like to go through a scan and identify stocks from that list of scan, and then we'll kind of cherry pick from that list those that we feel fit our parameters, so to speak. So we'll look at a number of stocks from the list. We won't look at everything on the list, and then we'll determine from how those charts look if there's something that we want to pursue. And so that's kind of like one of our first steps there. So I had already been looking at some scans on the 4 hours, thinking about time. So I did take a look at some stuff. So I do have some tickers that I do want to look at with you all. But in addition to everything that I said, also for you all, if you are looking at tickers or you have tickers that you want me to look at for tomorrow, we're not looking at long swings. We're looking at, 0 day opportunities for tomorrow. So we need to, think about those. And if you have some on, that you want me to take a look at, please drop them in the chat. Y'all know the drill. And we'll go through those individually. So let's start off with the list. I did go through like a 4 hour inside candle list already for the most part. And so I had pulled some from that I thought looked really decent. So let's see. Yeah, we can start. Yeah, so we can start with DraftKings. That was on the list. Yeah, Charles. Yeah. Excuse me. So we got DraftKings with the Chicago setup for tomorrow. Coming off the lows from this morning, looks like we failed 2 down and then crossed over into the range. Obviously here on the day, we had the PMG pivot machine. It looks like on the day here, pretty strong move down, and then today it just strong, like just got out of there. So interesting move on DraftKings right there. It's setting up potential TTO on the week as well. So we could have a situation where this thing goes back 1-2-2 to the upside next week. But for tomorrow, I'm not a big fan of bullish outside days. You know me, at best. I mean, I think in the case of like the 0 day situation for tomorrow, if it does go 2 up tomorrow for a short period of time, that may just work out in our favor for the time of the trade. But I think, what you're going to have is a TTO back to the downside on DraftKings. And it's like, you may go 3-2-2 back down before it, goes down. But so maybe if it does go 3-2 up tomorrow, then that's all the volatility we need. We don't care what it does, tomorrow. So what we're looking at is the Chicago setup. We've got $24.06 as an entry point to the upside to complete the Chicago tomorrow. That'll also push us to 2 up on the day territory. And so we can kind of do the math and see how much price will pay us when we get to 2 up on the day. And we can kind of look from our volume shelf and maybe see if there's some levels to the left that you may want to call out. So DraftKings looks okay. I don't like all the gap activity, but I think as it sits right now, it can still work in our favor for a trade tomorrow morning. So that'd be one to keep your eye on. I went ahead and set the alert for it because I definitely wanted to throw that out there for the pack. But I like how it sets up even going into the next week. But I am going to get to a next week assessment. And then we got one of our plays that we're in currently. That's Amazon. Y'all know me. I don't even play Amazon like that. But so It looked really good a few weeks ago. Actually about a month ago, and then we re-alerted it. But yeah, so this Amazon looking good for tomorrow. Looking for a reversal on the 4 hour off of this hammer back to the upside. I'm looking at 120. I think these contracts, those 519s, I think it was like 110s or something like that. 105s, I think those are like over 1,000% already. Now they may be.
Yes, they are.
Y'all let it down there 2,000, ain't it, Nikki?
Yeah, I think it touched 2000, but I think it came back a little bit today at one point.
Okay.
And then it looks like it ended at 118 again. So
Okay. Yeah. I was about to say maybe I'm understating because I thought you was at 14 like the other day.
yeah, like I had the 110 when it was like around like 112-ish, and I let it go because I got.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you proceed with that.
Yeah. It's come down some a little bit with the theta burn over the weekend for those 519s, but they still over 1,000. That's chunky though. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I gotta go back and look. Yeah, got me interested. Yeah. So anyway, with the Amazon, looking at the reversal on the floor above 118.24. I probably will not take a new position. I'll probably just ride out what we got with these, but this Amazon looks like fire. Yeah. We got more. So continuation, I'm looking at 120, like I was telling you this morning, Nikki. I'm like, yeah, 120 looks like that's where we want to go. So that'll be a level to look out for. We got this weekly be up on the move. So that'll be the area to look for more. We get past 118, like 60. Cooking with grief. That's a good. That was a good swing, though. Yeah. So next up, I threw TSM up here because I know that's a popular name. People like that one. So I just threw TSM up as well. Trying to see what y'all think about the TSM. Very strong week this week. And it's got the inside 4 hour liquid for tomorrow. We could definitely continue to move up. I have no reason to think chips will go down in any respect. But yeah, you got TSM. You have to check out the contracts in this analyze tab. I think from my standpoint, if you're already in a chip play like NVIDIA or AMD or something like that, you know, you may not want to take a new entry or something, but if you've already hopped out, then yeah, maybe this is an opportunity for you. So, throwing that TSM out there, I think we are in the stronger of the plays though when it comes to chips. So then next up, I have Vegas stocks that look really good for tomorrow. Obviously for me, these right here have been consolidating. Like this MGM has been kind of trading in between the range for a little while, but it's coming from the bottom of the range back there. So there is potential for this one to continue moving up back towards the higher point in this range, around $44, $45. Above like 44.50. So there is opportunity right there. And then it's also, I think, macro perspective, the outside month right here. I would see more of a move to the upside over a longer period. For short-term moves, but I think with this setup right here, if price continues how it's been, we'll get a move back to the upside, at least back to the other side of the range, and that's all we care about today. We don't care about the swing potential and all that. So that's one opportunity. That's MGM. I'm not the biggest MGM fan in terms of like the stock. So I typically would play like Win or even LVS. when I go Vegas, but I thought all of them had like a decent setup for tomorrow. The challenge is they all are basically in consolidation. They've been consolidated, so we're just trying to catch a move off the bottom of the range and take it to the other side of the range really fast. That's really what the idea is here. This isn't one I want to hang out in just yet. So that's Win, and then LVS. They all look similar in some respect. LVS is, I think this is one I feel alert on this here, but coming off the broadening formations, a similar deal. So anyway, that's Vegas stocks. They all look interesting to me. They did give you the short-term 4-hour setups. Maybe, these things go ham tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see. They look really good. So yeah, I like when they're in symmetry like that. So I want to point that out to the pack as well. Me though, my preference would be that they're all kind of moving up, but they've been consolidating here. So that's the one thing to be mindful of. And then want to jump over into cruise line, NCLH. That's one of Boss Gang's favorite of the cruise lines. This one had a pretty strong setup on the 4-hour and day. Went over the broad information, closed above it. So I think with continued strength tomorrow, we can continue to push up. We've got the setup available. So looking for this one to go 212. We've got a level of 1454 to cross to the upside. That'll give us that 212. And we've got some potential. We could try to take this one back first to 1478. You're not gonna need too much movement on the underlying price because the underlying itself is only at 1453. So be mindful of that when you're analyzing the contracts too. You want to put realistic price slices on it. All right, what else? What else do I have? Oh, LMT. So my feed Martin. There we go. All right, so LMT dip down, coming off the bottom of a broad formation. 213 inside 4-hour, and 213 on the week inside 4-hour. 2 down, hammer on the day. All off the broad formation. But we've been consolidating for 2+ weeks. So the question is, do we keep consolidating or do we finally make the move from here? I do have the alert set on the 4-hour. Your entry will be above 456.29. Excuse me. And then on the daily time frame, your entry will be above 456.74.
Hey, Resume, your yellow, what is that, a monthly, weekly?
That's a weekly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. The weeklies. That's why you see them the most. But yeah. That's the weekly for it. And so what did I say? The daily, daily time frame. We got a rail strat above 456.74. And that'll give you the daily reversal on LMT. You're looking at potential, you can push above 460. But first and foremost, you gotta get the trigger point. But yeah, go and plot out these different levels. Check the swing low high on this one is 463.07. So yeah, check out excuse me, check out the the price slices in terms of like where you want to put your targets on this one. But not that we're talking about swings, but I really like where it's sitting at for a swing, honestly. So that'll be something else for another day. But yeah. And I think that's all I got on my list. So I ain't got too much time. You got Nikki, what you got over here.
Oh, I was throwing up a contract for that NCLH real quick,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
$15 call.
yeah,
Resume, how can you look at? I don't want to jump in front of anybody, but Delta.
yeah, well, of course. Yeah. Yeah, Delta looks like it bumped his head on that broad information a couple times in the week. Looks like it's going for another retest. It's the cross of the day, but I don't like that. I don't like that. The death cross.
You know, like that BF, like right above it, right there.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Man,
Okay.
he had the touch, but I don't like that candle either. So yeah, I'll be concerned about it, but best case, I think like if it holds up and consolidates, it's gonna go back into that broad information. So I don't know if you want to kind of deal with that on a 0 day kind of thing. I think overall though, like you're gonna get some consolidation and it moves up again.
Okay. It just might not happen in a 0 day.
Right. Yeah,
Because of that BF right there. Okay.
yeah. Potentially, you're right. Correct.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Yeah. The BF won't stop what it's ultimately going to do. If it's going to ultimately go up, it's just going to hold it up. And you've seen the retest; it's touched it today and yesterday. So it's reacted to it, but it looks like it's done a lot of selling orders there, so it's holding up. The idea would be that, yeah, it gets 212. Maybe tomorrow it gets to the broad information and it closes above it or something, something along those lines. But granted, if there was not a BF there, then maybe price would have pushed a little higher. Take a look at that MU. Yeah, got MU, like the other chips, strong morning, afternoon consolidation. It looks a little bit weaker than the other chips, but it's hanging in there. Just kind of wick as it went through that broad information and wick back up through it. So that was good. It's a good sign that buyers are present. Question is, how far do they want to take it? So I like that one. What is this? 212. Yeah, you got the 212. Entry point would be above 67.86. And 12 on the day, 12 on the week, 12 on the month. Yeah, so you just be trading right back into continuity on that end. And then Miriam, we're gonna check out this ON. ON looks good, it's strong. It's in some traffic, but yeah, made an outside pour this morning. Yeah, this one's good. Yeah, I mean, you see that what I'm looking at is sandwiched between these broad informations. So that's the only thing to be mindful of is where we sit with the broad information. If it triggers, it's going to trigger above the broad information, but it's so close, it could try to retest the broad information or retest to the downside, to that back to that weekly BF. So That's the only concern I would have on it. You know me, I love ON. That's a sneaky one. That's one of my favorites. I think it's ultimately going back to test the high of the year, 87, 80, 87, 55. I think that's what it's afraid of. Let's see, let's see. Let's take a look at this EA Sports. It's in the game. Let's go, man. Boost. All right, so we got EA Sports, 2 up on the floor, 2 up on the day. Chicago on the week. This thing look mad bullish. When is the month go back green? One 26.21. Okay. Man, you ain't got no interest, Goose. You ain't got no interest, dog. You don't have to wait intraday. Not a damn nutter.
Back to the drawing board.
This thing in force. The force is with it. I was like, dang. I like maybe if you go down to the 2 hour or the hour, it might be something there though. But yeah, it looks like on the 4 and up though. There ain't no entry. They like, nope, doors are closed. You gotta sneak in with your homie. Get that. Gotta get the pass to let through.
Tell them let me in the back door.
Right. Oh, I see that EA look good. Looks like it's trying to push out of this little chop area it was in. So that's a good sign also. She got the monthly BF on it at 126.62. Swing low high at 126.89. So
Well, in that case, I may wait for the entry next week with that 312 on the week.
right on. Not a bad idea, brother. You only got one day.
Right.
Yeah, that's the entry you want right there. Yeah, I would agree with that. And then, maybe it open up inside Monday. It just give you a little time to kind of see the price action. But yeah, I like that EA. It's been chop. It's just been in the chop range, which is fine. Like wants to get up out of there. Yeah, that's crazy. They don't have no entry. Same thing with this one. This CERMS, this CRM chart whisperer. Same thing. There ain't no entries. It's in force. It's gone. It gone. You could, the tactic that we would take would be to find when it does decide to cool off or take a TTO before it runs again, that we take an entry on that. We try to take out like some small gains from that type of action. But other than that, yeah, it's like it's out of there. But yeah, look for a TTO intraday, maybe on a smaller time frame, and you could probably take advantage of some volatility in the morning. But she cooking. Whoa. All right. Roadblocks, Renell. I'm in with the plan. All right, roadblock. Inside 4, sitting on the top of the ceiling low high. 4209, or sitting just under it actually. 2 up on the week. That's a good sign. Moving up. Yeah, you take that. If it triggers tomorrow, you're gonna trigger into continuity, and then you're gonna set that 4 hour back green immediately. And then the quarter opened up, at 44.45. So you got $2, less than $2.50 to like make your next like standing, like good standing. Feel like those, do that. But I like that robots how it's setting up on the month though. But this thing moving up right now. I don't like the daily candle as much, but the 4 hour looks like your only potential entry. So yeah, it triggers it force and continuity, and you're in there. You're in there for a good time or a long time. All right, Goose. CLF inside day. Man, somebody else was asking me about CLF this morning. That was, yeah. CLF looks like what was the low we hit? 14.24. Yeah, maybe it's ready to start to make it move back up. we go 2 up on the week, 2 up on the 4 hour. That's an interesting setup off the lows. Particularly, I'll be looking for a longer swing on it, but from 0 day tomorrow, that could be interesting. And the materials have the day, but that setup looks really good. Really good. All right. Did we go over NCLH? I think we did. Yeah, we did. 2 up on the week, 2 up on the day. Now on the month. We got the strong inside day, looking for the 212 on the 4 hour above $14.54. That's pretty straightforward. NCLA's Norwegian cruise lines. I think, yeah, we talked about that. All right. Let's see. Mickey D. MCD. So, big run, had to cool off, it looks like. He took about 2.5 weeks off, and looks like he said he's trying to get back with it. Had a strong afternoon, looking at a 2 down hammer going into next week. So I'm sorry, going into 2 down hammer going into tomorrow, sorry. And so this looks really good on Big Run. And for those of you that don't know, Big Run is McDonald's. So we give all the stocks like nicknames. They all got like for the most part. So yeah, this looks really good. We got point of control at 295.32. We got swing low high at 298.53. That correlates with the weekly broad formation that's just above that. So things could get saucy tomorrow with this big run, but we'll see. We'll see. If I took this one, I wouldn't want to put too much dip on my chip. I'll be taking it cautiously. Let's see. And Mimi with the AI. Didn't we look at this one? Oh, we did. Yeah, okay. What's wrong? So AI got the inside 4 hour, 2 up on the day. Looks like price action kind of pulled back, but the afternoon shutters buyers were still present. We closed at the high of the day, I should say, is at 27.10. Closed at 26.82.83. So this one is moving in force. I have not played it for 0 days, so not sure what to expect on that, but definitely looks like it's moving in force. Buyers are present. So if this triggers, you're going to take price back into full time frame continuity, except for the quarter. In the quarter, All right. We got a little work to do. So, okay, AI don't look bad. Looks bullish. It's real bullish for blue collar. We'll take another look at Delta for you, my guy. So with Delta, we saw the inside 4 hour and the inside day setups. I like the 4 hour setup better than I did the day. I didn't like the cross on the day. So we'll be keeping an eye out for this one. This was, Delta's one of the ones that I play regularly for airlines. When I do play them, I don't want to say regularly. But so I'll be watching this one closely for tomorrow. Let's see. Ooh. So just looking at the inside day scan, got double inside days on HES, HES. You probably normally wouldn't find enough people at the party, but I would imagine there might be some at the party for monthly expiration. We'll see. Something random I just saw. Have to see what it looks like. So that was Hess. Yes. Let's see what John Deere doing, man. I'm gonna shut you up. Ain't that right now? Look at that. Yeah, I'm trying to bounce a little bit. Ain't that cute? So yeah, you got John Deere at the inside day. This could be a TTL day where it does 212 to the upside, gives you entry and pushes up towards this broad information. You want to identify price, but I don't like stocks trending down to take for an upside there. I don't care what the candles look like. Sideways is one thing, but when they're just going down. I don't see much else that really piques my interest. I'm gonna take a look at Boeing. So Boeing's got an inside day. Of course, they had a setup that would be appealing, but it's got a inside day. You get a 212 on Boeing above 208.17. I wouldn't be getting my hopes up about it, but it does have a nice setup. You got the 2 down on the 4. You got an entry above 207.69 as well. But it looks like Boeing still consolidating. I have a level marked in 229 and change. Once it gets past that level, I'll decide at that point to take an entry on Boeing. But until then, I'm just kind of monitoring that. But yeah, it does give us a nice, decent setup for tomorrow. $15.20 to hit 600%. That's on that one, right? Whatever y'all talking about down there. Was that NCLH, Nikki?
That's the one we went over. Wait, what were you
Yeah.
asking? I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we went over that one.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at it now. Okay, cool. No, good stuff, good work. So I'll be doing a little bit of the same here, a little bit. So, yeah, so with that, people, if y'all don't have any more tickers or questions, I am, and we got to that pretty quick. I guess I will leave y'all to it then. I think we combed through it, but hold on, before I let y'all go, yeah, yeah, go ahead, go for it, bro. Yeah.
My fault, resume. I was asking if you. I'm pretty much missed it, but I was gonna ask if you were leaving the room open for anybody that wanted to stay back and possibly chat it up some more or look over charts or anything like that.
Yeah. I can leave it open. Absolutely.
Hey, resume, what's good, bro? I missed it, a good portion of it as well. Just a quick, I guess, like run through of like what you're looking at for tomorrow.
Share I put some alerts on majority of the stuff. A lot of the stuff we looked at, we had overlap, but I just started at the top, worked my way down. We got HES, HES, with a double inside day setup. That's energy. We got LMT with the rev strat and the 4-hour 212 setup. They come out the bottom of the range on that one. Actually, that I'm gonna throw a write up about that over the weekend for my watch list. So look out for that on LMT. I like where it's sitting at right now. Then we got NCLH. That's what we were just discussing. Nikki was just evaluating the contracts. And then we had like the Vegas stocks. I only put MGM and LVS on there, but you can look at Wynn as well. Wynn Resorts look really good too. I had TSM on the list just for us to look at. Obviously, we playing like as a group, NVIDIA and AMD. Also, ON was one that Miriam was looking at as well. I like ON. That's one of my favorites. One of our, pack exclusive plays. So I still feel like the chips are going to look strong for tomorrow as well. So, TSM was an opportunity for folks. So it's ON. They both have setups. ON just have broad informations to get through and stuff like that. So just a function of, your taste on that. And then Amazon, we've been cooking and rolling on that. So that one's giving us a rev strat on the 4-hour. And then DraftKings was another. And then, what's good, FICO? And Nikki want me to check out Mara. And then we got other tips like MU that was that was fire as well. And then there was a couple other tickers that we looked at that looked good. They just didn't have no setups. So you got like EA Sports, you got CRM. They were just already enforced. They're not giving interest. So that's the one thing I'm doing. Also, Goose was talking about CLF because that one is at the bottom of the range. It's giving us some nice setup there. So that's interesting. And then you got Big Ron and McDonald's. That may be something to keep the eye on as well. It does have a little bit of room to move up. And then I know everybody's looking at Delta. It's sitting right up under a weekly broad information. So I'm kind of like on pause about it, but I get it. It's just right at the level where I wouldn't want to take a 0-day entry. But I get why everybody's seeing what they're seeing. It's more of a personal.
Right. Appreciate that, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm gonna take a look at Mara before we get out of here, Nikki. Had to oblige.
My bad, resume. What's throwing me about it is I see the 2-2 rev on the 4, but what's throwing me is the day that 3. What are you thinking about that?
This one here.
Let's see.
Oh,
On
yes,
the day
days,
tomorrow.
hey. What 3 you talking about?
Trading view, I have a 3 on the day tomorrow.
Yeah. It is. I have a saying. Yeah.
So do you think it's, I mean, I know it's not expected to open just go 3-2, but do you think it could start like inside day since we're coming off, I'm sure we're coming off like a daily BF, that 3?
Oh, yeah. And then on the 4 hour, if you go down to the 4 hour, look what you got.
Yeah, that 3-2, possibly 2-2.
Yeah, come on now.
It's just, so I asked about it because of that 50%. I'm looking at that still, but I wanted to see your take on it as well.
Come on now. Come on now. You know how I feel about it. I'm expecting the 3-2 too. That's what you know what I'm expecting. Boom, boom, boom. It's setting up. Shooter. Yeah.
Yeah, let's be bullish.
Yeah, 3-2-2, setting up on the 4. We go over here today. We're gonna open up inside, of course. But that 3-2-2 at what level? 948. We pushed the point of control on the 4 at 976. That's gonna push us inside day, probably about to this point. You got a bullish inside day, then you're looking at the broadening formation at point of control. So you can look at point of control on the 4 hour at 976 as a target. It's even lower on the day.
Well, it also has a Luca on the week for potential next week as well. I mean,
It does.
that's tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think you
But
finish week strong, probably at or below that broadening formation, that monthly.
Okay, so you had that monthly perfect. That's all I want to make sure.
Yep, just above $10. And then then we'll be making a decision next week.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you, sir, for sharing your insight on that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Bro.
What's up, bro?
What y'all eyeballing up here? My bad, bro. I've been moving the couch, then I started drinking, then I was watching the Lakers game,
Like a
then I was-
little.
then I was over here recruiting somebody for Alphapack, and then I lost track of time. Like I'm like, oh shoot. My words was slurring. I was like, I probably need to let y'all go.
You good, bro? You good? Yeah, I ain't
Shoot.
tripping, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because we got through the list so quick today. I'm not even tripping. I don't mind sharing these tickets again.
Hey.
What sector does the money reside in?
Girl, looks like it's gonna be a stock picker day. But I say there's a grouping in Vegas stocks. So like MGM, Win, LVS, they all look comparatively bullish. But it's kind of it's all over the place to me right now. Chips still look strong for tomorrow. They ain't gave up no weakness. Amazon still looks strong. What looks strong, That DraftKings is a sleeper though for tomorrow.
Bro, did you see the double hammer day on healthcare with the inside day though finish?
Let me take a look.
And they over here, look.
They don't be behaving like the set to be wanting though. Like, they all.
And I'm over here like, dog, y'all can't be teasing. We know you ain't about to show out like you supposed to.
Now Dane was pointing out that Abbey, and that's when I forgot to even. I'm glad you stopped me, bro. Cause that's one look at.
Okay.
Abbey, yeah.
So for So for instance, this is one of them situations when I was telling people about the aggregation. If you look at Abivai on the day and you see how the 2 days back to back opened up, you see the wick on the second day, and you see the wick on the first of the last 2 days and the finish of this day today. But if you go look at the way the software presented it on the day or on the 2 day, you don't see that hammer, but it's a hammer 2 day because of how the soft, bro. Like it's like that little stuff right there that like a person would normally just be like, okay, it's a 2 up. And they just kind of dismiss it because they just like, it's already done a 2-2 reversal.
Right.
And then they'll go look at the 2 day and be like, well, it says it's an inside day. Well, it's an actionable signal, but that's the domino. On the 2 day, the 2 day non-software visual, it's a hammer 2 day, crazy hammer 2 day.
Got you.
But then on the software 2-day, it's an inside bar. So it's back to back. Like you got that actionable. I'm like, nigga, hell, everybody. And you said it. I'm like, that look nice.
Yep. I gotta, I'm gonna have to find a setup to write up on this one because I'm gonna have to look at that 2-day setup.
Oh man, let me get my point of control up real quick. My volume profile.
This, there ain't no clean setup.
Where's the visible volume?
So yeah, you looking at it like a rev strat on the 2-day.
Yeah, that code 22 visible volume.
It would be above today's high. 143.56.
Way the
Okay.
futures is moving. I'm like, damn, tomorrow might be a dummy day. Like,
Right.
so many shits coming out of the lows. And finally, SPY and SPX broke that range. Man, it's gonna be niggas licking their fingers tomorrow like they just ate like a half rack of ribs with some sweet baby rays on it.
That's funny. They gonna still mess it up.
Like it don't matter how perfect it is, still gonna be photos on for that.
So I just wrote an alert for a 2-day setup on there. The healthcare. Yeah, FICO over here feeling good, Goose. You hear him?
Hey, Resume, I got a question if you have a moment.
Yeah, what's up, Dwayne?
Not too much, man. Question for you. I'm looking at Abibai with you guys. What was the how did you get that? Your when you set the alert, you put the target at what for the 2-2 rev on the 2-day?
Yeah. So I put the high of those 2 days, which was today's high, 143.56, and then for it to break the high.
Oh, today's high. I got it. Okay, that's
The last 2 days.
yeah.
So it's an inside day if you aggregate those 2 days together.
Today's what?
So so it'd be 2-2 rev on the 2-day. You know, like they have it, like FICO was explaining, it's the software and all of that. I don't know what aggregating and all of that, but I just 2-day, and I may have.
So this 2-day is a 2-day ending today. No, sorry.
So the software is saying that it's an inside day.
Right.
But that's not the case. It's if you use the aggregation of today and yesterday, combining as a candle, that is a 2-day hammer, like a cold 2-day hammer.
Right.
So the target would be the magnitude of the scenario 3 from May 15th, which has a high of 148.90.
0.9.
Yeah, so if had it opened up where it's at today and trigger, so from trigger, that's 3.86%. Like that's a move, bro.
Got you. And that's why I was asking what the target was. Okay, I get it now.
So basically use those 2 days. So Thursday and Wednesday is the 2-day, and then the Tuesday and Monday.
Hold on. What? The Monday, Tuesday.
Monday and Tuesday are a 2-day or 1 bar.
Right.
Yeah. And Wednesday and Thursday are a bar.
Exactly. Wednesday, Thursday. And that's the hammer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Got it. Yeah, that's you can use that in that blueprint course you're doing too.
How does it make it a hammer if you don't mind explaining? I understand. Is it because of the wick?
Well, it looks like a hammer candle. So second play.
That's easy enough.
Okay, now I was overthinking it.
So basically the wick. So if you look at the body of the candle, if you combine them both
on the day chart,
yes, and you look where it opened at. It doesn't matter where the second candle opened at, because all that matters is where the first candle opened. Where the first candle opens is where the aggregation starts.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So just because it gapped down today and opened lower does not mean that means that the candle went red. The 2-day candle technically would have went red at that point because it gapped down. So the moment that it went and finished higher than it finished yesterday, that shit is a day. Matter of fact, who the HB just put it up? Yep, look at that. That candle that's down there. That is that's what it looks like. He just put it in chat. Look at that, bro. Hey, that ain't some fucking rank, and it's the bottom of the broadening formation, bro.
Yeah.
So not to be like, oh, bro, it's gonna go off. But if the trigger hits and does what it's, man, so the whole what it would do in terms of the week at that target, that flips the whole week green, bro. I wouldn't be shocked if it did. I'm not saying it would, but I wouldn't be shocked if it did.
Oh, Pyro, do you see that?
Yeah. I just switched mine to the 2-day so you can see it. Yeah.
As far as you saying that two down hammer is hitting that brown information?
Yeah.
Yes, I do see that.
No, did you see HB's chart?
Yeah, Resume got it up too. Resume got it up on the
Oh, he
screen.
does? Okay, I
Yep.
moved.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm watching. I'm watching the screen.
okay. So wait, hold on a second. So on Thinkorswim, you guys have it, I won't say correctly, but you have it like how TradingView does not. Does that make
Correct. So this is the part where we be like, depending upon which software you get, it's gonna show you something different.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe you're a person who don't like, for instance, if I don't see it that way, I'm screwed. Resume see the setup. He's like, oh, that's a hammer candle. But if he and I don't talk or we don't look, I don't get to see the same setup. He get to see an actionable signal. I'm over here looking at, look at this inside bar. That don't really look like too much. But he
So we're
get a
missing-
cold 322 off a hammer candle. Like, yeah.
Right.
You got to train your eye. Like, if you only really stick to one, you got to kind of train your eyes to see that.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, bro. That's the it gets scary out here. You like for people who don't know, it,
Because if you didn't, sorry, yeah, like because oh man, because if I'm looking at it on TradingView, I'm seeing a 2-1 and it's already going in a downtrend. I might think, you know what, this, I was like, it could go up, it could go up, it could go down. But if I looked on TradingView,
bro, so that's the part where it's like you can get a definitive answer by using a multitude of indicators, whatever the case may be, but it's nothing that's ever going to tell you what you need to know, like understanding price and what the story that it's trying to tell. The moment you get that, you don't lose. That's the reason why I was like, I feel like people have been trained to just like look for the studies and look for the indicators. And even though some of us are like, oh, I got the 1s, 2s, and 3s and the broad information, we still kind of start adding stuff to it. And I like try to retrace my mind back to like, I want to, bro, y'all Resume, bro. They wasn't here in them Boss Gang days, bro. Them Boss Gang used to have me like, I see that, bro. Because there was nothing on his chart, bro. There was no broadening. There was none of that. He would just be like, oh, yeah. And he would just blurt out a price. Like, we would do our watch list, bro. He wouldn't even have nothing on the screen. He wouldn't talk about no 2s and 3s. He would just be like, Abby vibe. I'm looking at a reversal, and he would just say a price. And then he would just yell out another ticker. And we'd be like, huh? So you didn't really know what he was. He just knew the price, bro.
Yeah.
And he did not miss. And all he was doing was telling you the price. I was like, yeah, I gotta get like that.
Yeah.
And FICO, oh, sorry.
Yeah, I needed them BS. Like them BS, I needed them.
Me too.
I'm like, look, you know, give me the bars. I need that. You know what I'm saying?
Like trading futures made me like read it faster. Like I only got one chart up right now. So whenever I had that daily up, I was like, oh, snap. Like, yeah, it just immediately popped out. Like but that just come from, I forced myself to look at it. Let's see. Nikki said, will XOM be the same? Shoot, let me see. So XOM is cold because XOM is an inside 2-day, at least in this manner. So XOM has already done a 2-2 reversal based upon trading views 2-day, right?
Hey, look
But-
at XM on the 3-day though. It's a better
You say-
inside handle.
You said XOM?
Yeah,
Okay.
on
You
the
just get
3-day.
funky with it, dude. You just gonna get funky with it, huh?
Y'all got me on these days. I'm not used to this.
But if you look at the trading view, just a regular day chart, that's a crazy bullish 2-1-2. Crazy bullish 2-1-2. So I don't even let me see I'm looking at resumes now. So okay, so it's a 2-1-2 on trading view, it's a 2-1-2 on TOS. That's a setup. Now let me look at the 3-day.
You
Oh
got
yeah, across the board, bro. Yeah. That day, bro. Whenever, bro. Whenever you see like it's an actionable signal day, it's an actionable signal 2-day, it's an actionable signal 3-day, and it don't matter if it's TOS or trading view, and you know all of them are different in terms of the aggregation, bro. It's bro. Yeah. Okay, I like. Good eye, Nikki. I like.
Yeah, XOM gonna bust, and so is everybody.
Hey, I'm cool with that statement right there.
Yeah.
Dang, ooh, that was damn.
Hey, thank you, Franco, for pointing that out as well. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Hey,
one is that level.
bro, what the hell is this? What is Apollo Meta? Man, this probably ain't got no options. The setup on this shit look crazy. AMEH. This ain't got no option.
Come on.
Hey, when Franco gets saucy, he come with the sauce.
Bro, this
He got the double sauce.
It got options? Man, ain't no bodies at the party though. Oh, nigga.
We're gonna psych him out.
Bro, it's a double inside 2-day. No, wait. Is this a double inside 4-day? But it's a hammer candle on the left. Oh, bro. Oh.
Man, he sees this like it's a puzzle, bro. He just puts it together.
I try to tell y'all, bro, the only skill I ever brought to trading was the fact that I did crossword puzzles, Sudoku. Bro, my mom's neighbor across the street from me, bro, used to do big old not crossword, but jigsaw puzzles. So my mom would go over and talk to her. I would just go in her house and would sit there and do her puzzles while her and my mom talked. The whole kitchen table, bro. We had these massive 5,000 piece puzzles. That's all I ever did, bro. Where's Waldo books? Like all of that. I just see patterns, bro. Just see immediately. I see it even better when I'm inebriated.
Man, I'm putting on the table for a vote that we have a drinking session and talk the strat one Saturday night.
Saturday.
Because I'm loving this talk right now, and I'm sober Joe.
Bro,
Chat champs.
bro, we get a little glass of this. What is this? Whatever this boss gang member recommended for us to buy here, and this Pato Spumante or whatever it's called, nigga. Yeah, I don't know what it's called, bro. We be having a glass every night before bed. Hey,
So he got that Oshkosh Bagash.
Right, Oscar Spumante.
I don't know how to pronounce it. Achimura. Ew. Dang, resume, bro. They really out here, bro. They really, dang, bro. Okay, I might need to get a cup of coffee now. These charts is looking crazy.
So to draw the aggregation, you take the opening of the first candle to the close of the second candle.
And whichever candle, it don't even like. So the thing that stand out to me is if we get like, let me see, day, 2-day. If you get a candle that's higher, like if I get a first candle, the first of 3, a first of 2, and the wick is really long, but it looked like it finished in a hammer. And maybe the second or the third finish higher, immediately my mind stand out, oh, that's a hammer candle. So I'm just thinking of where the open was at. It's easier to identify bullish setups that are like inside candles. It could be inside 4-day, it could be inside week, and the software don't present it as such. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because it's a Wednesday, but like Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Friday, Thursday combined to be an inside hammer of, you know what I'm saying? And I like what the moment Rob got sick and kind of threw off the schedule for us to interview him, it kind of caused me to try to look for the stuff of the questions that I was going to ask him myself. And then I ended up finding the answers to the things that I was going to ask him. And then I realized, okay, I don't need to ask you this, but then I realized why you don't tell people this. So either one, it just became a discovery that nobody talked about, or two, he just never talked about it. So I don't know. So it don't really matter to me. It's just the fact that, oh, I found it. Okay, yeah, I got to tell everybody about this. Because I knew what he meant by aggregation, but I never just looked at the chart in that manner. Okay, Lakers, let's go.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Are you welcome, man?
No worries, no worries. But I'm leaving the room open. I'm just gonna get some dinner real quick.
Are you cool? I'll sit here and talk to whoever. It don't matter. I hold it down for you, bro. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool, bro.
Fuck us over there chilling.
Let's go.